Very convenient to get Wild Hunt right before there was the target extraction for Heathcliff. And welcome back to more Limbus Company. Family Horror Count Ishmael is interesting, but the thing is that it is basically useless until Canto 7, so I'm not going to look for it. Instead, we're going to start off Canto 2. 2-1 Casino. The boss wasn't all that lively. I could hear Rhodey's occasional quips or Heathcliff starting pointless quarrels with someone, probably Don Quixote or Sinclair. And Ryoshi was demanding a source of heat to light her cigarette, having run out of lighter fluid. Amidst the gripes and disorder, Gregor was pretty much the only sinner I could rely on to willingly turn the mood around. But now he was one of the quietest. He was just staring out the window, seemingly lost, deep in thought. One thing was for sure. If anyone was to blame for trashing the mood on the bus, it'd be Virgilius. The road with the golden bough is an awfully arduous one. Putting us on the brink of death, and some past that several times, not to mention the occasions when we almost ended up unemployed. Yet, Virgilius seemed to refuse to see from our perspective. Given the circumstances, it's only natural for sinners to be palpably disgruntled. Tired of the silent treatment, Ishmael spoke up. Can you tell me where our next destination is now, at least? Oh, sorry about that. I was wondering whether briefing the mission to you miscreants would be worth the effort. You're hurting me with your cold shoulder. Do you think the kids falling behind me more as love? Let me plead you not to embarrass me this time. I shouldn't want to look like a teacher taking a bunch of grade schoolers out for a picnic. I have high hopes for you in particular, Logan. You might make a good tide for this tour. Huh? I know I'm a big deal, but I don't think I can be a god for a place I don't know. No worries. We'll be heading to a location you should be more than familiar with. A nest of hedonism where you can drown in money or be drained of everything you have. J-Corpse. Great. Even Roger's gone quiet now. I suppose it wouldn't be so bad to wing big while we're at it. Oi, don't wake me up over there. Incidentally, the bus will be unable to take you right to the branch building this time, dear passenger. Charon, park it. Charon? What's park? It means stop. Stops are red. Red tastes bad to Charon. Grumbling, Charon hit the brakes without a warning, sending most of the sinners flying face first into the seats ahead, and flinging others off theirs. I was, of course, powerless against the inertia. A cacophony of complaints and shouts erupted. Although I didn't get to hear the sinners' ramblings in clear detail, I'm willing to bet a good half of them were profanities, so maybe I'm better off not knowing. Good to see you're all full of energy. Now out. The destination seems rather far. We call a taxi for us. As Miss Phelps will explain in detail, the mission is going to be quite different from our last Dante. This is because the location of the Golden Bough is in the underground casino. You mean to tell us that it's among the brightly lit buildings standing at the center of that street? That's right, it's one of those. The Mommy branch facility we infiltrated last time had been neglected for quite a while. So you mean that was the exception? You see, it's times like these that remind our team It's times like this that remind me our team doesn't necessarily lack critical thinkers. But it'll just make me wonder how you managed to blend your previous mission even more. The Golden Bough is a potent energy source, holding the essence of many technological marvels. Such fountains of energy will attract flows of wealth and people, and in no time, a whole civilization is built on top of it. Therefore, it is likely that future destinations will have been occupied by other factions and their structures, which in turn indicates that we should be prepared to visit a wide variety of venues in addition to this casino. It also means that your first mission was a relatively easy one. You just somehow snatched defeat from the wide open maws of success. Does he usually hold grudges for that long? Don't ask me. We haven't known him much longer than you have. What did I say again? Something like, welcome to Limbus Company, I'm your guide, Virgilius, and all that. Pretty good impression, was it? You guys are authoritative tone down to a T, I'll give you that. I had to hold myself back from asking vectors for Zion and asked Jonan. I get the feeling the rest of you thought the same. Nonsense! 'Twas a day to go down in history, affected by the red gaze himself. Truly, there is no honor greater than a color, addressing it. Guess he does have a fan after all. True that. While if their spirits lifted, Roger and Gregor began to chuckle. That's more talking than necessary. I really not wish for there to be an impetus behind a third move of this bus ride. Ah, come on. Give some employees the room to badmouth their mouth. They're being totally petty. Next time, do it out of earshot. I'm more fragile than I look, you see. Right, time to eat up and at it. I sure hope you come back with the Golden Bough in your hands this time. Ever bugger it twice? Who knows? Carrie might suddenly forget what button to press to open the door for you. Button, red, yucky color. And one daft bloke. Utgand. And that means shorthand for useless idiotic travelers go and abscond now. Heathcliff glared at Ryoshu, insults welling up his throat, only to then expel a loud sigh. He resigned uncharacteristically, as if he came to the realization that killing her wouldn't solve anything. Thank you, Scenes of Yuri. Very cool. The pawn shop. 2-2. Let's switch deployment order. What do I get for... Oh, Shidon.
내가 필요해?
I guess. Yeah. Jesus, we have a lot of Sinclair.
청소 시간이네요.
Sure. Why not? Why not grab that?
계획을 설명드리죠.
Let me give a rundown of the plan.
황금가지에
Our primary objective is to infiltrate the casino unsuspected. It will be critical for the successful recovery of the golden bell. According to the information we've acquired, the casino has 3 entrances. One for ordinary visitors, one reserved for VIPs, and lastly the back door used by employees. Split into 3 groups of 4 players to cover each entrance. 4 will disguise as croupiers, 4 will pose as guests, and 4 will play the role of VIPs. Working in smaller groups will certainly draw less attention. It is wise to divide rather than unite. Open the envelopes I gave out to confirm the role we've been assigned. Also, the higher-ups expressed concern over our performance. They stress the company's future plans hinge on whether we can retrieve the golden bough through this operation. Therefore, we will collaborate in a joint operation. Joint operation? Our partner is Special Forces units consisting of professionals and veterans. I believe they are now monikered the LCC, short for the Limbus Company Clearance Department. Rest assured they are our betters, at least in espionage operations. I thought 12 people was already a crowd. And someone finally realized more than always barrier. Wowzers! I haven't met staff from other teams before. Just where could they be? Holmes looked around, expecting Faust to bring them forward to introductions in a second. Needless to say, no one showed up like he expected. We'll be heading to the pawn shop. Is pawning thing still a thing these days? We're in the so-called Pawnbrokers Avenue. Most business still has pawn shops here. That place is our rendezvous. Let's head inside. Click, clack, click, clack, click. I always love the music in all of these. Real vibin'. The number nuts hooligan. Things definitely help right now that we're still early enough that our level, just like our completing missions experience, is enough to keep us on track. And of course, having an idea strong in Wild Hunt will also really help us out. I'm trying to remember what I had for my main one. I genuinely do not remember what I all had on. I might have had Kurikumo Ryoshu. I think I had a lot of Ishmael.
Ain't too many visitors at once. The shop's cramped as is. You'll prefer your luck at the draw from Trumps or my joint.
As we went to the shop, we met with the gruff greeting from an old pawnbroker. What's that blighting on about? Anyone here around us, Jay? But you always gave us a pamphlet to peruse before we left. I think I remember glancing at the cover. Here you get loaned different amounts depending on your fortune for the day. You draw a great boon, you get extra cash, while misfortune means far less than the pawn is worth. Ah, that reminds me, our family had Howard dedicated fortune tellers. I drew a greater boon from me from the invitation they performed before I left. It's been a sign I would join all of you wonderful people on our journey. Really? So indulging in lofty leisure in your grand estate with your fated life. Maybe we should pray that I'm born rich if there's a next time. I'm good. It's well all folks like him that tend to play dirty. He might be right. I'd like to get along with my younger siblings in childhood. I tried to cheat and crouch if things didn't go as they desired.
No, it's not what I was getting at. So you want to get your fortune or not? Forget about that. You people even have anything to pawn. I'm not seeing any wealth on ya.
The pawnbroker glanced over at each center with a dubious look until his eyes landed on me.
Oh, that blockhead might be worth a good sum.
How much you think to sell for, old pal? Rojo, I'm not for sale. As you were likely contacted in advance, we're from Limbus Company, and Unfortunately, neither the sinners nor the pawnbroker were paying any attention to Faust's words.
Oh, I did bring this handkerchief with me when I left home. Oh, a dragon embroidered on silk. That's some meticulous needlework, which might net, let's see, 7 million?
Girl, a piece of cloth worth that much? Oh, geezer.
What? You don't recognize the value of this quality. Now I see. You're only a filthy. You're wearing a shabby ring like a true treasure.
What'd you just say?
Jeez, cut it out, Dante. Please shut them up.
있잖아요, 파우스트.
You had us worried, Faust. Amidst the chaos, the most gentle voice softly under my ears.
시간은 4시였는데
We meant to meet each other at 4,
15분이나
but 15 minutes have
지났어요.
passed already. Surely you couldn't have forgotten how to read a clock, right? Certainly not.
버스를
There's what I could do to alter the drive of the bus. Ah, so you're taking a clock person with you to have the time. Suppose they didn't come with an alarm. The gentle voice was followed by one that didn't even attempt to hide their disdain. Come on, it's a little harsh. Try to leave better first impressions. I know my voice won't be heard by anyone other than sinners, but I still can't help but get upset at rude remarks. No, same as you. Because the team that botched the golden bow retrieval last time? Faust had high expectations for your team. Well, some of the smartest people in the city being on it. No wonder. Miss Faust wasn't looking very pleased. My face has remained constant. Alright, what are you standing around for? Go on now. This fellow is about us the pretty sort. Don't brush him off. Heathcliff gave you some sideways glance, but what he got in response was lukewarm. I shall not, as I'll be a hollow vaunt. But you were a lot more talking down that basement. Well, you always do it to your son. I am and always have been who I'm my match in the mirror. You... forget it.
첫 번째 임무는
Our first mission was devised with failure in mind. We need an opportunity to see what potential our sinners held. Wait, it was? Our plan whose purpose was to fail. Hardly qualifies for proposal. By the way, where's Virgilius? I agreed to assist with the operation mainly for a chance to get to see him. Must have been embarrassed. Imagine accompanying people like these. So we dropped so far away from the place. He was ashamed of us. Does anyone have this? Doesn't anyone have anything? Does anyone have a thing to say about us being belittled? I don't know the boasting and bluffing not too much if we don't introduce ourselves first. These two will be our cooperators for this mission. They're from the Limbus Company Clearance Department, also known as the LCC. I'm a 4 team of clearance, please. I'm Sod, and this here's Effie. Oh, we're supposed to clap. Wonderful! It's a pleasure. Holland was the only person to greet them with. Only person on the team who greeted them with total sincerity. He almost even gave us a standing ovation. A good half of the rest there with cold eyes, and the others were until instructions were finished. I love Hong Lu. Hong Lu's just so whimsical, and I also do love that music beat popping in. Jesus. Those two didn't even have a chance to do anything. Oh, jeez. Well, it's fine. Yeah, sometimes that happens.
A flawless plan.
자, 이번 작전은
Now, this mission will basically spoon-feed you everything. All you have to do is open wide and choke your simple tasks. Take the document in this envelope and do precisely as the papers say. The way Saul dragged out that file needled me a bit, but I decided not to argue. If I did, the ticking of the clock would be all she'd hear. Not much joining together in this joint operation, is there? Still wants to follow from behind. It's insulting. I think it's for lovers or what? Look, you gotta put a foot down and do as they say, I guess. Huh? Documents they gave us, they're flawless. Look at this, it has root strong on everything. It's been ages since I saw a plan this clear and meticulous. Surely. It's certainly indicative of the knowledge in writing up a powerful plan of operation. Now, this isn't to say that it holds candor to the level of forethought you display, manager. Getting inspiration from this commendation, I opened the envelope and carefully read the rundown of the operation. The look we summarized was the following. We reached the top floor of the casino. The main reason behind organizing this plan in the first place was for the table game to be held today. According to the papers, winning the competition held on the top floor of the casino is the only way to gain access to the area with the golden bow. 4 syndicates that jointly bid on the casino will be playing this game with chance. Of the 4, we used the name of the infamous Tang Tang Gang. The name doesn't necessarily reflect the nature of the organization. It's a shell of practice. It's unideal for one to choose to see such things in a tinted lens that is biased. Right. Back to the plan, we'll disguise the boss of the Tang Tang Gang and win that game with chance. Afterward, we have to go to the underground floor where the golden bow lies. Leading up to the game, we'll use the items and clothing we can find in pawn shops to disguise as given our roles, enter the casino, and wait for the team on the top floor to win the game. And that's about it for all the outlines of the plan, I think. Wait a second. Will this entire thing fall apart if a player doesn't win? We've prepared fake identification as well. It's just in case the casino security runs random inspections and visitors. That's all fine and dandy, but how do you plan to win once you're on the top floor? What do you think our outfits are for? We practice for months to pass off as bona fide croupiers. We'll give you good luck. Game's in your bag, all you need is a pair of functioning eyes. Effie mumbled the last part to himself again while casting a sidelong scowl at our group. This making it painfully obvious he has no faith in us. And how are we going to take the place of the Ting Tang Gang's boss? We'll put sedatives in his food served at the casino. We've already finished negotiating details with the head chef. Sedatives. Saudit and Effie whipped at each other. A gesture demonstrating the two were ideal partners, able to tell each other's thoughts from just exchanging glances. Hey, dear pawnbroker, we'll be taking good looks at the showcase from here to there.
Oh, yes? No, sir, of course. Please take your time, ma'am.
Pawnbroker's attitude took a sharp turn from disdainful to kowtowing.
Now then, let's take what we need from the display.
Oh my, it's Gucci designer brooch, isn't it?
Ah, what concerning eyes you have there, sir. It's beauty the mainstay of our shop's catalog. Only Chinese were ever made, so the worth is possibly
My dog used to have one of these on his collar back when we took it up for walkies. Ah, it's so nice, he's lovely and brings back pleasant memories. I'm down for these cowhide gloves. Whoever must have had one would have been a fashionista. Please take items that soup is written on the envelopes. You have roles to play. Pardon, but the envelope I received says janitor. This must be an error of some sort. Yeah, it's good and all, but do you have money to pay for all this? Worrying about spendings? What do you think we are, some raw-waking hirelings? Something I can't afford using this black card. Dante, what's this about? Tell us we can't have prime beef because we don't have the budget! The rumors were true that teams with notable performance are given a company card with no spending limit. Well, everyone was shocked by the proven existence of a favorite black card. A loud voice came from the outside.
Oi, dude! Did you say your payment was due today?
Someone would clearly belong to Vicious Syndicate into a pawn shop.
Please, give me one more chance. I swear I'll have the money ready.
One more? Got to do basic math. You said the time lane last time. Boss will like we wasted precious time reteaching your kindergarten, yeah?
I'm just afraid I'm not starting a doggery fight. There's really nothing you can do shake me down.
With an overtly loud voice, the pawnbroker looked at us.
Hey, you're talking back now? Yeah, go on then, get mad. I won't feel so guilty that way.
In a way, he looked like he was covertly begging us to help him based on this expression. The sinner's attention was naturally drawn to the ongoing row.
What are you looking at? You think I'm playing?
So stereotypical, I didn't even get an urge to reply. Good people you are creative at throwing taunts. Shouldn't we help out, baby? Unlike Ishmael, who scoffed at the goon, Sinclair anxiously glanced over. We have no choice. The back streets have their own rules and order. We don't want us to disturb that complex web of their society. Outsiders like us will only cause a bigger scene if we try to step in. Pleased by the sinners choosing to stay away, the goon continued with the extortion.
If you ain't got money, why don't you pay your dues in that instead? We'll keep telling you.
Anything but that, please.
Is it real okay to leave them be? Shall I just settle the dispute for them so it does not bother you, manager? So tough to mean by that, anyway. A currency more valuable than money exists in this district. It's well known that J-Corp Singularity is a powerful security technology capable of blocking anything. What is less known, however, is the extensive cultural significance and historical background of the backstreets of Nest J that led to the Singularity's creation.
History? You seriously gonna lecture us here now? Never told about any military education when I joined this company.
In spite of the opposition, Faust went on with their explanation. Here, the technology exists to attract wish power from people. No, it's not widely known outside of the district since it didn't have the generality to be recognized as a singularity. In essence, it's processing luck into a commodity that can be retraced, like a form of money. It brought forth the need for a way to stop others from forcibly extracting this wish power, leading to the creation of security technology that ultimately developed to the singularity we know today. Gee whiz, Faust. If you're tiring to teach these dunces in ways they can get it, it's fine. This was within my anticipated scenario.
I don't like the way you said that.
Come on now, can't be added. Help with your disguise so we can leave. Soud flapped open the document full of scheduled plans emphasized that we'd be busy. We're salaried workers, not heroes fighting out for justice. Wait, not that word. A bad feeling rushed through my head, prompting me to count the sinners I could see. That does not align with certain someone's beliefs. And it's well known to severely provoke her principles. Ishmael seems to have noticed what I meant and hurriedly looked around. Thou darest try to pilfer the valuables of others! This behavior can only be seen as wholehearted villainy! Oh no, Don Quixote! It was a moment too late. Don Quixote had already sprinted forward with a swing her lance at the Ting-Tanger, who grabbed the pawnbroker by the collar. Caught completely unaware, the goon was hit around the head with the blunt side of her lance. Knocked out on the floor in a frisky swing, the fainting goon became the center of attention for all of us inside the pawn shop for a solid minute. For your information, keeping the sinners in check is not part of my job description. That would be the job of this person here. Don't give me that look, there's nothing in my ability to keep her under control. I couldn't stop myself from defending my position even when I was aware that my voice wouldn't reach anyone besides the sinners. Well, it's not like my defense would have made them look any less baffled toward me if they could hear it. Oh! The pawnbroker was the only one chuffed by this turn of events.
Hey, great work, ma'am. Serves that hooligan right. But also, you could have walked him a tad harder, maybe.
For Jules advised me that while I am free to deliver justice unto villains, I must do so without unduly involving irrelevance in our mission. Thus, I showed moderation! Her proud expression never looked so provoking. So you remembered his words and still looked forward? 'Twas a necessary action to stay true to my creed. Please understand my virtuous violence.
Not to kill the mood, but the ruffian isn't actually dead, right?
I didn't want to get her straight to Wallops, still in sport.
I did! But things get fairly complicated if your activity showed up, you know.
They are Divvy. What are they doing? Yeah, no, forget that. What are you worrying about them?
Not up to date with the news, are you, ma'am? They've been causing troubles for months now.
Are they villains as well?
Oh, they're villains was humble merchants for sure. They were going on about, what was it, roughing up greedy pillars and keeping money to themselves and giving to those who need it. Distributing something they said.
They're shifting of wealth.
That's it! Those scoundrels are robbing us poor saps of what little wealth we have. And they don't even do the dirty works themselves. It's always the local brutes, they said. Can you believe it? Anywho, life has been hard for us because of those self-righteous bunches. Looks like they were here to find something at first, but now all they do is squeeze money out of us.
I just realized you shouldn't be taking your leave now, and more types from the Ting-Tang gang might be coming this way. It seemed like Rodeo deliberately cut off the pawnbroker in a hurry, but I had little time to think about the implications. The gang member Don Quixote had knocked up began to flinch as though to get at back soon. What a hassle. Make the problem bigger than it had to be. Hey, Muffin and Sablé, was it? Don't be so tired now. Plenty of pawn shops around here, alright? You're only getting different. It's Effie and Sod. Please don't mistake our names for confections. And your statement that there are plenty of pawn shops in the vicinity won't mean much. Once said pawn shops, there was trouble happening here in clothes. Don Quixote! I get tired of lecturing these idiots on every little thing. Just leave. Right as I tried to leave, someone wearing a similar thuggish clothes to the ones we just knocked out, with a face that looked just as rough, stormed into the shop.
Hey, you cool kid! You pseudo little... Why, Slimy! What's going on here?
We did our best to pretend to be innocent customers who just happened to be in the pawn shop at the wrong time. No very unfortunate concurrence of events, the goon came back to senses.
Who did this? Tell me now! The beat's gonna regret the day they grew stems!
Over there! That red time puss!
The direction the figure was pointing was simply too unambiguous for me to pretend otherwise. Plus, there's no point in denying that I was meant by Red Time Puss. There should be literally no one else mentioning that description in this entire district.
Just so you don't get the wrong idea, I had nothing to do with these people or what happened here. I was just about to bring a towel to cool this poor fellow's head.
Small McGaffer. Enough protections for him in the first place, but that man really has a shaky read for his backbone. Although the pawnbroker switching sides at heartbeat and the finger-pointing clock slander over something I was responsible for, too, hurt me a little, I was determined to stand firm.
Friolito's over there. Stop freezing your tracks.
Mostly because it was clear that we had the right run right now. If I kept letting small things bother me, I would reduce to a pulp sooner rather than later. No need to run. We'll just kill them all and be done with it. What's next? You're gonna wipe out the whole syndicate? Doesn't sound too bad. The force of evil must be uprooted with haste in order to raise the banner of justice high! Seriously, no one on your team who's right in their mind? Ishmael looked insulted by this remark and seemed to be thinking of a counter-argument, but the Ting-Tang goons arming themselves were a more pressing matter. Let's get out of here first. I love this group of absolute dumbasses. It doesn't matter how smart they are all dumbasses when put together.
버틀러 차원 가방 준비 완료했습니다.
As Sod predicted, all the pawnbrokers were busy closing their street entries to avoid trouble.
Hey, you pricks! Stop right where you're standing! You think you can get away with messing with our family, Tawny Five?
What's with the Bruce syndicate to pretend families? Are the only thing they can think of to bond with each other?
Look at the buff man and precious youngin's head!
Oh, Grace, not part of the plan. If he clutches his forehead as if it was aching. And I thought about getting to keep some headache pills at hand if this was enough to cause him pain, but I refrained. My lack of a head would have been the message far less impactful anyway. You too! Thought you were worth a scum until now, didn't you? I've been seeing a group of sewage full of waste. I don't think anyone spoke of us that harshly, Otis. You know, one we've been charged with a momentous mission of claiming golden balance despite that. Why is that? Even Effie seemed to be taken back by Otis's imposing attitude. I won't disagree that the others are rubbish as drenched in foul water. No, seriously, you're the only one who says that. Oh, that's what Miss Otis has been thinking all this time. I have remained undefeated, and our manager is capable of resuscitating us, meaning he's practically incapable of death. In fact, just the two of us should be sufficient, though Louise over Chile seems to disagree. Point is, these death tries will be scrapped even after countless battles, come back to the exact same piles of trash that were before death. A very inspiring way of reaffirming is that we're living, breathing garbage to you. Morons. Enemies are approaching! You're prepared, manager! I love Otis just like, yeah, everyone here fucking sucks except for me. Shut up. It's really mean, Otis. Also, you aren't doing any combat, Otis, because I don't have an ID for you. Oh, damn. HP lost. Anyways, I'll cut this out. Pretty easy fight, all things considered. I mean, again, it's early game, and the early game is quite easy. And we also have Wild Hunt, which is regarded as one of the best IDs in the entire goddamn game. Wild Hunt's really good, if you couldn't tell. Before I end things off, actually, I am going to do our first excavation. Generally speaking, these aren't really that worth it to do, but just to show off because they are part of what your dailies will end up being. They're just very basic battles. Select foes. I believe the first 5? 5 or 6 are always the exact same. Later on ones will go through a rotation of 3, depending on what weaknesses. But excavation 1 is very easy for us. It's literally just... Okay, well... I didn't even realize that the captain was here. And I didn't realize that Wild Hunt had attack weight. It's conditional attack weight, but even still. Any skill that can get attack weight is automatically incredible. So, obviously Memorial Procession is very good. It's like 72%. The first time that you clear a level, you will get, any excavations, you will get 40 lunacy for free. And then you can skip, which will get you times.5 reward for 2 times cost. Yeah, I think the excavation 6 is the first one that has a rotating schedule. But that is part of your dailies. 1 Kevlar module, 1 thread excavation, which we'll unlock later on in this chapter, and then really just doing a module, doing an XP Lux and a Thread Lux. That gets you your dailies because there will always be, at least later on, they'll be able to defeat enough enemies. I don't think... Actually, I don't know if the early ones get you the 10, but I assume it does. Yeah, and then Mirror Dungeon, which we can't do Mirror Dungeon for a little while. But we will get to that later on. And then Railway, we will not get to for a very long time. We almost certainly won't get to Railway before Railway 6. 6? Yeah. we almost certainly won't get to Railway until Railway 6. But, yeah. Like, the thing is that I'm fine with my Heathcliffs, and as I said, Hierarch Ishmael doesn't really help us for a long, like, is pretty useless to us for a long time. I think Ishmael in general does have higher odds? Does it? Does not. Yeah, doesn't have higher odds. I could do a standard session, but it doesn't really... screw it. We will just do one pull of this banner. That'll be the only one of this banner that we pull, just because, again, the whole gimmick with it is revolved around chain battles, which you don't get access to. I'm pretty sure Chapter 7 is when you start the chain battles. Okay, Chapter 7. Get ourselves Encorp Heathcliff. And as for... Yep. Of course. On my personal file, I had to get the 200 pull for this, which is just great. Gotta love it. Gotta get it first time, but regardless, just a quick go over. Actually, I'll quick go over both. So, starting with Encorp Heathcliff, it is a fine, like, it does a little bit of bleed. It's kind of the main thing. It's a season 1 identity, which is really not great. Really, I would say its biggest thing is in support. I think, yeah, it does get Nails Infliction, which is a unique bleed. That's fine. It's not the best, but it's fine. Encorp's a pretty weak faction. Really, only 2 of them are good, which is, if we go into our dispensary, they're all season 1. One who grips Faust and one who shall grip Sinclair are the only ones that are really good. The rest of the Encorp ones are pretty bad. Including Encorp Merceau is notoriously one of the worst 3 stars in the game, just because it rolls like shit. As for Hierarch Ishmael, it is a Rupture identity. Rupture is just true damage. I think it's our first Rupture that we have. But it's Rupture, it also gives itself Poise, a little bit of Poise. It's not much that it gives, but it still does Poise. But the big thing is Battlefield Retreat, which, again, in non-chain battles, I think literally just kills you for no reason. Yeah, I'll have to double check what it does. I'm pretty sure it does literally just removes the unit from your party right now, but still. So a lot of people are saying that it's a pretty weak ID. I enjoy it personally. We do not have the. I mean, we can up-tie 3 it, which I'll do later, because because this ID has a lot of lore implications for it. Let me tell you what. Wow, I didn't realize that we had. Okay, well, yeah, we're around 8 to 9. Plus, this gives us access to Christmas night. Our only heat? I think it's our only heat ego. Unless I have. Yeah, I think that's our highest level ego. No, we have a Flute Sack, never mind. Which, that's actually something I should really boost up. Don't really have a Faust right now, but I am curious what I'm gonna end up doing for like kind of a main team. A lot of that does just depend on Yet, oh, never mind. Deviat's Rupture. Right, I mean, right now, in terms of our 3 stars, Rupture is our best, but it's 2, and our best unit is Sinking. We have Poise, we have Bleed, Poise, Bleed, technically Bleed, Rupture, Rupture, Sinking for our 3 stars. So, yeah, we'll kind of figure things out. But regardless, that'll do it for this time. Next time, we'll continue on with Canto 2. Until then,